Welcome to Literary Lands. Welcome to Literary Lands.
So, through this journey of the Acowar Thorns and Roses series, the fans have gone along with us every step of the way. We are eternally grateful for that, I will say. And to that end, we've received a lot of questions from you, and we're always trying to get more of them. Thank you so much. I gotta make sure the hair is looking good, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Hockey players like their hair to look a certain way.
That's why he wears a hat.
Alright, so these are the fan questions, and again, we really appreciate them. Please keep them coming as we delve into the next book, of which we're not sure just yet, but we'll let you know later. So, first of all, which court would you want to live in? This might have been one this is a callback.
Yes.
We did this like the first episode.
We broke it down by sports. I remember.
Yeah, now you've been we've had a little bit of a tour of every court, so.
We'd only seen like
How many
SEC championships.
Yeah, exactly. So now, what do you say? Where would you want to live?
Dang. James, what you got?
Do we have to like hang out with the people that reside there?
You want a timeshare in the
No, I
That
just don't
has to
have
be your
to,
high
like,
lord. Yeah.
associate?
Well,
Yeah, not if I don't.
are
want
you
to.
living in the castle or are you living in the city?
You're wanting to say fall court or autumn court. aren't
No, I think I want to do
you? Hybern.
Tarquin. I want to live
Summer.
like next
Summer.
to the ocean, but
You seem
Tarquin
like a
seems
rat,
like
dude.
a lot to handle sometimes.
You seem pretty horny to me. Like,
A lot to handle.
Because they're all
Not
horny.
always down.
That's interesting. See, I was gonna say Summer Court probably least of all because that's clearly the one they attack first. So like there's zero respect to the High Lord. Also, it's been like burned to the ground in battle. So there's like nothing left there.
You can help rebuild it.
AKA
I would.
cheap real estate.
Yes.
So
It's a fixer-upper.
You're saying there's opportunity
That's
now.
right.
There's a lot of land you can build on.
In this land.
obviously a lot of rubies and precious gems.
Rubies.
So I was gonna say the easy one, Valeris. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this I thought was funny. Like 500 years or however long Reese has been alive and been keeping this place a secret. All of a sudden, these last two books, across like 3 weeks, he just goes spreading this
He's spilling
city to
names.
everyone. Like, here,
Yeah.
let me tell you, Valeris exists here. I trust you.
Property value is about to skyrocket. There.
Yeah. But now it's open to attack. Which it was attacked because he told the queens.
He needs to take some notes for who was it that like sailed over there like, hey, I missed your call. He needs to like take some notes from
Dracon?
Yeah, he needs to take
Yeah.
some
Oh,
notes
the
from
ones
Jake
that hit
Dracon about like how to hide it better.
But they just
because
undid
like
it.
they did it really well.
Yeah.
Like
For a long time, you threw some shit.
I wish there was like a spring/summer court. If I could live like right about here on the dividing line where it's like May and June all the time, that's where I want to live because the allergies are gone. But I assume that racing season is going, and I think that it's probably
Prime badminton.
Your
you're
brain
getting
would go
you're
to
getting
racing.
close to the Stanley Cup final, the Cauldron final. You're probably like right there in the conference finals. That's where I want to live.
The Cauldron, that's a good like trophy name, like to win the Cauldron.
Now that the
Oh,
Cauldron
that
has no further use, it should be given out.
It should just be the sports championship.
There should be like whoever wins the fairy lacrosse tournament can have the Cauldron.
All right, so I got an opinion on this.
Let's hear it.
Farah, who had been to minimum, actually, she'd been to 5 different courts. She had a lot to say about Dawn Court when they went there.
She did.
As far as like, she even told Reese like,
Yep.
hey, if we're gonna redecorate at any
Yep.
point in time,
Oh man,
That's right.
let's get some of this action in there. So
That's true.
we didn't get to see a whole ton of it. Dawn Court sounds pretty sweet.
What if
honestly.
Dawn Court smells like the coffee aisle at the grocery store just all the time?
Yeah.
God, that'd be
Pretty
incredible.
Yeah.
How many of us answered Spring Court the first time we were asked this question?
That's all we
And I
knew.
feel like
Yeah.
nobody's saying Spring Court. And they're both
You said autumn because you wanted
I
football.
know, that's right.
We just
That's
assumed
right.
that they played football there.
That's right. They had the best sports.
Football.
probably
I didn't
cool
say
there.
spring court because of allergy season
Yeah,
and tornado allergy.
that's why I didn't say it this time. I wanted to.
That's right.
Then I realized how miserable I've been for the past 2 weeks. We're filming this in spring.
Our fans from the East Coast don't know.
I'll get you some Zyrtec.
Yeah. Twisters, like a Wizard of Oz.
Zyrtec Court.
Zyrtec Court.
Are these courts sponsored
we need
now?
to look into the mirror of Flonase so that we can live in spring.
Spraying. We talked tactics a little bit. Being directly next to the wall. I know the wall is broken in there, but that's like still that's a hot button debate as we see coming up. That's like something else unresolved. We don't need to get into that yet, but like I don't know. Dawn's smack in the middle too, and a lot of nice things there apparently.
We said courts, but what about Hybern? Hybern is like empty now. They don't have a king. Is it
Take it over.
there? Right?
We can take it over.
I mean, that's
We can
what
put
I'm saying.
we can
First
put
white
a
flag. Yeah.
Now, I mean, it could be pretty boring. That's why the king wanted to come over here
It
and
was
take over
literally
all the
all,
land.
it was literally all gray.
It's
It's
like
like humans.
He's like living in Kansas, the island of Kansas.
We're alienating all of our Jayhawk fans.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. What was your favorite book? 1, 2, or 3? Mine was probably 2.
I'll say 3. No, you go ahead. Sorry. Tell us why it's 2.
2. I mean, again, like diving into, introduced Asriel and Castian, who ended up being like 2 very like likable characters throughout the entire thing, and then introduced Valeris, which I loved, obviously. I thought that was pretty cool, and it kind of like went. I felt like it jumped around the island of Prithian a little bit more than the third one.
The continent.
Yeah, the continent. That's the continent. That's the island. Why is there cookie on the picture? Which one of you animals did that?
I'm gonna hot take. I'm guessing nobody's gonna say the first book. It's gonna be between 2 and 3.
Well,
Is that accurate?
Hold on there. I'm just kidding.
I'm asking.
I mean, my choice is between 3 and 1, but
Ooh,
it's
okay.
3 is easily
Okay.
my
okay.
favorite. Would you say the same? Maybe not easily, but or would you go?
I don't know.
Would you say
I
one?
might go 1.
Whoa!
Because-
alright.
We're learning about like a new universe. I thought like that whole thing was like really cool, and then the whole like 3 trials part of that book was awesome. And I think it was not to like knock an awesome battle, but like like the outcomes of a battle is like you get the crap kicked out of you or you kick the crap out of the other person. But like
Or you
when
should
we're going
be
through I mean I guess, but when you're going through the 3 trials, we have no idea what's like on the other side of any of that. There was like the most mystique around where the direction of the book was going to go.
Plus, you're bringing in this Restan guy who starts out as this villain, but all of a
Right.
sudden he's helping you down low in the prison cells.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, this guy.
But only had one person to hate
There's only so much you
in
can
Right,
book 1.
yeah,
We knew who to hate in book 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tamlin, obviously.
Yep.
We all hated Tamlin from the start.
That was clear. Check the video.
I know. I wish we could do it. We need to do an old takes
Please don't ever
exposed.
check the video.
Old takes exposed on this group because we have
It's
a lot
every
of
post we make on Instagram. It's an old takes exposed.
Okay, so the Weaver we've discussed. Did you went? You decide where you want to live, right?
No, his favorite book.
Your favorite book
Yeah.
was
2.
okay. Cool. If you had to make a bargain with
I'll give mine later.
Weaver, did you do it? No,
No,
you
it's
did.
okay.
Just say a number.
Which
1
was your
3
favorite?
3. We'll go 3.
Deal. Alright, move on.
For the
Contact.
points already brought up.
3, so 3. 1, 2.
Pick number 3, my lord.
Why have we not talked about Monty Python and the Holy Grail? The entire time we've been missing a comedy goldmine.
Well, that was a Shrek reference.
my last one was.
Yes, I
That's
know.
true.
If you had to make a bargain with the Weaver, Bryaxis, or the Bone Carver, who would it be?
Not the Weaver. Fuck
Definitely
that.
not the Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Definitely the Bone Carver because you could easily name a monster truck the Bone Carver.
Oh.
That'd be pretty sick. So,
So when you said definitely not the Weaver, what was your rationale?
She's the most outwardly terrifying, I think, honestly, because
Hair House.
yeah, the chimney and the roof made of hair are like, I mean, F that. No, thank you. She's the one I think the most. The other 2 guys are kind of more. Bone Carver for sure is the most. He's playing mind games. She is a straight up murderer. Like she will just like she's just gonna get you right off the bat.
Also, I think the Bone Carver gave us the answer to the Weaver because he's afraid of the Weaver.
True. Yeah, that's a good
Hiding
point
out
too.
in prison cells
Yeah.
because of the Weaver.
So are you not making the bargain because you're gonna like not uphold your end of the bargain and feel their wrath,
I'm
or
just not
are you
going there.
using what they can do as part of the bargain? Because I was kind of thinking it the other way. I'm thinking like, who could I use to like gain the most influence? And I was gonna go the opposite way. Like the Weaver, I feel like I could get the most out of because people are gonna be scared shitless of that person.
I think mine's risk reward is that I think
Yeah.
the risk on the Weaver is the most so far.
Yeah.
I mean, the other guys will at least like talk to you for a second.
Yeah.
She's
Weaver-
ready to eat you.
Yeah, she's
She gonna eat you.
yeah, you're
Don't get you.
done. So
Giddy giddy. That's what she does.
was the question most though? Like who you're most likely to?
Yeah.
I'm going Bone Carver because in the story
You don't like the Bone Carver. We've established this.
they've gone there multiple times. Nothing implicitly bad has happened. right? They've got information. There's a give and take. He's not coming out. Like if you step out of his door, he's not just gonna like come out of there and like murder you. He's fine in his little cell. You can just back off or something like that if you kind of start to piss him
Now,
off.
could he open the door?
I don't
Or
know.
this is a prison, so I feel like they can't open the door.
But
So like
he's
maybe
not-
if he could, bad things would have happened.
But I forget. Is he an actual
But they did
prisoner though?
I don't know. They
They
didn't open
didn't-
the door. They
he's-
just kind of like showed up with me.
Yeah,
and, like,
it's-
opened
It
the
sounded
door.
like he was at the end of it. It sounded more like he was down there by will.
Yeah.
He was hiding from his sister.
Well, they
could
could
just
have
cut out,
let
right?
him out,
Yeah.
right? But he decided to stay. But he's still like locked in there, right?
Maybe.
Yes.
Ish. The door's open. It's unlocked.
It's an illusion, Zach.
Okay.
I
It's an
think he could do
illusion.
it if he wanted to. Just bust out.
But what's the other
He's
one?
been
that
making a
Braxis-
secret tunnel
How do you say
for
that?
Bryaxis.
I always say that.
Bryaxis.
That was the one thing that
Why?
didn't die in that battle, right? Like
It escaped.
the
Which is-
Weaver, the hybrid just walked up and was like, twist your neck, you're done. Which I was kind of disappointed about because I'm like,
Me
it was just
too.
wrecking a path.
We'll talk about it
And then
later.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Or in the fan questions.
Bummed about that crap.
But yeah, the Braxis just like did its warpath and then went home.
Actually, didn't Reese say that he has to go find him at the end and like put him back?
That's true.
That's right. Yeah. I just remember that.
Put
Yeah.
him back in the basement.
I'll read that book.
Yeah,
I
damn,
was
making
making
all this
surprised
work
about
for
that
me.
because that character seemed like Cassian was the only one that was like super terrified, and it was
That's
like
true.
I don't know if it was like a dog with like a big shadow behind it. He's like, oh god, shadow. But like it did seem like, besides when it was like wreaking havoc on,
Yeah.
it was like I just would kind of hang out with someone. Like
Yeah.
it seemed relatively
I
harmless.
just want a friend.
Yep.
I just want a friend. Yeah.
It seemed harmless and
So-
also
I
it
just-
could
that's who I-
I just want to see
rip
the
people
stars
away
at
from
night and the sunshine. That's all.
Yeah.
Don't they always?
He
these
just needs
monsters?
some vitamin D.
It's like the
Yeah.
easiest
That's
bargain
sunshine?
too. He's
Yeah,
like
sun.
you just
Yep.
you just
Yeah.
want a window.
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
I can give you a window.